Chat room, let us know when you can see and hear us. Or something symboling that. Let me look on Twitch. I see us on Twitch.
Because I see why. Because it's not a channel. That's why.
All right. Seema sees and hears us, which is always a good thing.
Yes.
Untitled broadcast.
Oh, because he set it up as a message. That's why.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Smart person. All right.
On the stream, I see me and Makala, and that's it.
Wait. What?
There it goes. Okay, it was super zoomed in for some reason.
Oh, your Zoom.
Yeah, it's the silly thing it does where it's like, oh, let me show you part of the video that's playing while I show you a bunch of information instead of just letting you go straight to the.
Gotcha. Okay. All green. All right. Okay. Theme. Yes, we played the theme. Got it. Okay.
How do we podcast?
Folks,
podcast?
Buckle up. This is going to be a bumpy ride.
Because we don't remember what we're doing anymore.
As long as everyone can hear us, that's fine. I mean, see us, hear us, we're good.
We say things, they nod, they respond.
Hopefully come up with witty titles,
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Going in 5, 4, 3. On this episode of the AIE Podcast.
Hey, folks. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new member of the community.
We're so sorry.
The council, not necessarily the community, but the council.
Yeah, council. Community council.
Both, but yeah.
Yeah.
And new world, new beta.
Gotta catch all the style of trial.
And we chat amongst ourselves.
Woo!
All that and more coming up right now.
Bringing you the latest news from the AIE gaming community from planet Earth and beyond. This is the AIE Podcast.
All right. Welcome to episode 372 of the podcast celebrating you, the Aliyah Ayakdest gaming community. All right. The Die Has Been podcast. This is Tetsemi, and to my left and upstairs is Makala.
Hey guys, there's a apple tart in the guild kitchen, and not that blueberry sour cream pie that Tetsemi just asked for.
Well, apple tart's good.
Dude, yeah, apple pie. Yeah, apple's good.
And to my right and 2 states over is Mewcow.
Greetings, guildies. I have little tiny apple tarts I got from HEB, if that counts.
Ooh.
It always counts. It's always good. This week we are talking amongst ourselves because it's been a while. We need to catch up and figure out how to podcast. So
how does one podcast?
Yes, how to podcast. So, all right, let's go around the room and find out what have we been doing since we've been offline. So we're gonna
so we're gonna do that first and then news.
You know what? You're right. Let's do news and then we'll catch up with ourselves.
Right.
So. We will be digging into. Sorry, the notes threw myself off.
I wrote these a certain way. I wrote it a certain way off.
I know, but we're joined by special guests who are here to talk to us. Threw me off. So anyway, okay, we'll be digging into what we have been doing in and out of games shortly. But first, let's cover this week's news, please.
AIE News.
All right. As you know, our approach to officer roles is based around where we need help in keeping the community running. With all the great stuff happening across our divisions and the continued outreach of AIE and content and streaming, we have asked Tabitha to step in and expand on the support she already provides across many of our games and elsewhere. Please join us in welcoming her as the newest AIE Community Officer.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Condolences.
Yep. And also the AIE Council, which is a smaller group of officers tasked with working alongside the greater officer community to set baseline operating guidelines for the guild, help maintain the guild culture, and help develop guild leadership, and provide overall planning guidance in the rare instances where it's needed at a guild-wide level. The current council is made up of some active members and some founding emeritus members, including Scott, Veronica, Xanar, Randy, Stig, Linktheris, Ashayo, Hoots, myself, Seema, and Max. And in order to grow our capabilities a bit as the guild evolves, we've decided to expand and bring on a new council member to help out. Please join us in welcoming Dankinia to the council.
Yay.
Sorry, Kenny.
Yeah.
So you're now a janitor of the janitors.
Exactly.
Enjoy.
And both articles, both write-ups can be found on the AIE-guild.org in the blog section.
Excellent.
A blog.
A blog?
Blog.
All right. Well, since it's been a while, we're going to go ahead and remind you of the mandatory fun night schedule, where the fun is mandatory, but attendance is not. We have on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern, WoW Classic. Sundays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, so just in a few minutes, we have STO. Mondays, 9:30 Eastern, Guild Wars 2. Tuesdays, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock max time, SOTOR. Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern, Final Fantasy XIV Casual Rating. Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern, Final Fantasy Fun Night. Thursday, 9:30 Eastern, Final Fantasy Progression Rating. Friday, 9 o'clock Eastern, ESO. Friday, 11 o'clock Eastern, we have Final Fantasy XIV Late Night Fun Night. Saturday, 8:30 Eastern, we have Lotro. Saturday, also, we have 9:30 Final Fantasy Maps Night. And following up, we have Saturday at 9 o'clock Eastern at New Braid. So that is your schedule, and you know where to put yourself in there.
Alrighty, and then over to streaming and guild podcasting news. We start with SWTOR Escape Podcast, which is episode 394. The PTS teleports behind you, which sounds like a rogue thing, but
Yeah.
Well, I mean, operatives and snipers, yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Similar.
We have this week operatives and snipers and their school tree updates are on the PTS and ready to shiv you in the back. It's nothing personal, kid. Just business. Working Class Nerds have episode 119, Chilling with Chill. Marcus and Nick chat with fellow SWTOR content creator Chill. Chill hosts two different podcasts, the Houdini and Cryptobiography, and has his own Twitch stream. The three of them deep dive into the newest Marvel content, the newest SWTOR PTS, and the history of all the Chill's content creation platforms. And all over. You can find out more about Chill at twitch.tv/chillsroom, twitch.tv/HoudiniCast, and cryptobiography.com.
Yeah, you technically can't say it without saying it like that.
Yeah, it's
required.
People will wonder how you spell it.
Yep. And in Fleet Action Report for Star Trek Online, Fleet Action Report episode 59, Ground Pounders. In this episode of Fleet Action Report, Nikitas and Greebog do a deep dive into ground builds, cover all the various traits, weapons, and more to help you find the gear you need to help step up your ground sets a little bit more. And in Boards and Swords, Vampire the Masquerade, Rivals, Silver Bullet, Happy Exploding Kittens, all in Boards and Swords episode 179. Talk about plenty of new games incoming. Exploding Kittens got some salmon, and Corey joins Chris and Philip to talk about vampires and their masquerading.
Which, a game that actually I have yet to prove exists. Saying, we have a long history of me not ever playing that game.
But getting plenty of characters ready to play that game.
I'm really good at making characters.
Yeah.
Really good at it. All right, and last but not least, but definitely last in multiple ways, Azeroth Roundtable, the final roundtable. Our buddies John and Ben actually ended Azeroth Roundtable on Friday. They say goodbye to the show. You can find the episode at AzerothRoundtable.com, wherever podcasts are sold. This show's amazing. It's been going on for so many years, and it's just been such a huge part of the community. the calm before the storm, of so much. And John and Ben are just two absolutely amazing human beings.
And
I know both of, yeah.
We're gonna miss hearing those two together because the chemistry is, honestly, we didn't tune in the show for the content. We tuned in the show for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you've ever spent a second with them outside the show, that is them. That is, it's not a false persona. That is their friendship that started way beyond Azeroth Roundtable was even anything. Even before they started playing WoW, that is them. And I know the two of you are quite huge contributors to the Azeroth Roundtable community. So I'm going to throw you two under the bus real quick.
Uh-oh.
I know, aren't I awful?
Yeah.
What are your favorite memories of that show? Either as as a listener or as a guest.
Well, if you want to hear Muse, just listen to the episode because
I
he
know.
was on it and listed.
I know.
Yeah, those are all my favorite spots. But yeah, it was, it like you were saying earlier, like if you've ever wondered what it was to be like to running around like Disneyland with those two, like that show was a little piece of that every week.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That was their honest personas. That was how they were everywhere. So it was always a joy, even when visiting Arizona to go to wow, what is it called now? 'Cause
Chinos.
It was
Still the same.
no, the Comic-Con.
Oh. Yeah. Fan Fusion.
Yeah, Fan Fusion or whatever they call themselves. Like trips out there. Like it was all the same people. Like there was no fake persona. It was actually them. But yeah. No, it was always nice to see a little glimpse into things. And there's just too much to really name one favorite thing. Honestly.
Yeah.
My favorite episodes were when they did their Star Wars reviews
exactly.
because they're such
Grand Moff
huge.
talking.
Yep, they're huge
Moff
Star
talking.
Wars nerds, and it was just fun to see what they got out of each episode. Compared to each other, compared to what you feel about Star Wars. So.
And what I loved, because obviously, when the prequel or the sequels came out, often we would all go together. But I loved so that we kind of got to experience that in real time, and then it was always fun kind of listening afterwards. Like, all right, we all experience this together, but we experience it differently.
Yep.
Or different things. But I loved when they would do on Mando during the holidays and so that to me is part of it, because it's not just talking about the WoW piece of things. It's just talking about things that they honestly geek out about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally.
Yep. And they will be missed on
Very
that
much
show.
so.
But
On that show.
Hopefully
yeah.
we'll hear something from them in the future.
Well,
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
And they both honestly do things individually as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it may not even be a regular thing because it seems like they're like, oh, hey, we have a little extra time now. People are using
Right.
that time.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, but yeah, definitely missed. Right, move on to the Nomad section, at least for now, because we're talking about New World.
Yay.
There is an open beta announced for September 9th through September 12th. Oh, hey, the 9th is Mrs. Muse.
It is. I just ordered her birthday present literally 10 minutes before the show.
Well, if you've not yet had the opportunity to check out the game but are interested in seeing what the hype is about, jump in around then. Maybe I'll poke at it a little, but I don't know. We shall see. Game is currently scheduled to launch September 28th, and AIE is planning on a contingent of members playing. They're going to rush in there and try to get the guild all set up for us and be ready when everyone else piles in.
All right. And in Dual Universe news, the game just celebrated its 1-year anniversary of being in beta.
Wow.
Okay. And things have changed quite a bit in the past 12 months. New systems have been added into the game, schematics for building parts, mission systems to allow players to create work orders that others can fulfill and get paid, updated planet graphics, rebalancing various ship parts, and most recently, mineable asteroids spawning in space. AIE has kept busy slowly building up infrastructure to support the organization members in building whatever ships and structures they can imagine.
All right. And in No Man's Sky, they'll be releasing an update soon called Frontiers. It's expected to be out as soon as next week, but there's actually no confirmed date at this moment.
Nope. People
Surprise.
just watching the GitHub change. Anyway.
All right. In Destiny 2 news, some notable news items for the game as a whole include the Witch Queen expansion launches February 2022. It's a bit off, but that'll be interesting because that was a big plot point way back when. Stuff with the Queen. I wonder if it's the same Queen. Season of the Lost launched on the 24th of August and will last until the Witch Queen launch. So that's quite a long time. One of the longest seasons yet, as they say. Go to bungie.net/7/en/season of the Lost. Also, crossplay is now enabled, which is interesting. And clan invites can be requested through the clan interface on bungie.net.
All right. And in WoW news, Gusty Tail will be doing guild runs of the Trial of Style mini holiday. To make things interesting, Gusty will challenge participants to select transmog outfits based on Pokemon for the fashion competition. Guild runs this week, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific for Alliance, and Saturday 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific for Horde. And in WoW Classic news, Serpent Shrine Cavern and the Eye new raid tiers are going to be going live mid-September. And dungeon runs continue on Sunday and Wednesday nights from 9 to 11 Eastern.
Awesome. And in SOTOR news, SOTOR's things are galloping towards a new expansion, The Legacy of the Sith. The public test server has been available several times, with class changes to be experienced and tested. The new expansion will have new operations, new flashpoints, 5 new character levels, new story, infrastructure, and graphic improvements. Recently, there was a pet acquisition night during Mandatory Fun Night. BC led the crew around the galaxy to get various pets. Some required mysterious items, some had to be coaxed out of hiding with delicious bits of liver, and some were revealed by the Tezerka Corporation emails. If you ever dreamt of having a miniature Tauntaun as a pet and who hasn't, we know where you can find one. In other guild news, they're thinking of streaming the Friday night schedule to give a little more time between events. Streamlining. Wow, I can't read.
Nope, I read it as streaming too. It's fine.
Okay, good. They might even test out something on Saturday nights in there as well. Stay tuned for more news. Even in the galaxy far, far away, there's still only 7 days a week, apparently. It depends on what planet you're on, actually, in the cycles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it depends. But I guess
is there no galactic standard time?
No. Well, there is, but different planets. Some have a 20-day or 20-hour cycle. Some have a 16. Some have a 30. It all depends on the planet.
30 hours a day sounds nice.
Yeah.
Oh, back on to the fantasy part of things. ESO, the guild spent last week in Craiglorn and Hrothgar, not to be confused with the Hrothgar in Final Fantasy XIV, but right. Hrothgar in ESO, working on the Early Adventures Celebration event. Also clearing zones of sky shards and world bosses, because you gotta, and clearing public dungeons, and of course, being led off cliffs by Dankinia.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
God, and she got him, and they invited her to the council for that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if people will follow her off a cliff, clearly she needs to be on the council.
True. Bold move, guys. Bold move.
Next week's Mandatory Fun Night, which is September 3rd, will be spent in Craiglorn, Hrothgar, and maybe even Imperial City for the Early Adventure Celebration. Mandatory Fun Nights activities happen each week and involve either zone clears, daily dungeon runs, and public dungeon clears. The Early Adventure Celebration runs through September 7th, which is a Tuesday, at 10 a.m. Eastern. Event tickets can be attained, double loot boxes for daily awards, which have a chance to obtain crafting mat style pages and motifs. Also, Walking Flame DLC and Update 31 is not available on PC. Is now available, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's supposed to be now.
Yeah, and is now available on PC and will be on consoles September 8th. That would be quite the upstaging if consoles got it and PC didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
Walking Flame DLC has 2 new dungeons, and Update 31 includes assorted bug fixes, some balance changes, and performance improvements, which means our talents are going to be set again.
Yep. All right. And in the aforementioned Final Fantasy XIV, the game is currently celebrating its 8th anniversary with the Rising event lasting through the September 9th.
Through Mrs. Muse.
Yep. Adventure Celebration sale with discounted outfits, mounts, Fantasia, and more is on the Final Fantasy Online store, which we've linked in the show notes. And every world server in the Crystal Data Center now has the preferred status, Road to 70 buff, that grants 100% XP buff for all activities. Now is the time to make a new character and join the fun before...
I've been fighting and sneeze too. I think it's getting around.
Yep, and join the fun before the Endwalker expansion launches on the 22nd of November. The free company continues to grow. Alia Iacta Est on the Crystal Data Center of the Goblin World server, with a total membership of 340. Past few weeks have seen many new players joining in the fun and participating in public Discord channels. Make sure to look at the pinned topics of any AIE game division channels. In Final Fantasy XIV's pinned topics, you'll find the links for the first issue of the AIE Community Roundup newsletter put together by Zoot, information on how to receive invites to the free company, everyone's favorite spreadsheets, and other resourceful links. The membership has put together a Blue Mage person group that has regularly helping each other acquire spells for the special job. The fishing club is once again taken to the oceans through regular fishing trips to acquire all those lovely high cordials, special minions, and mounts. You can typically find someone to party with when the event runs every 2 hours, and that's the best way to maximize your score for the trip. Map nights continue to be a thing every Saturday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Bring all the maps and reap the rare rewards, including explosive showers of gil. Please feel free to come ask questions in the AIE Discord text and voice channels.
All right, and in STO news, current in-game event, Do You Believe in a No-Win Scenario? Features 2 TFOs, Sompex Arena for Grounds, and the Kobayashi Maru Space 14-day of progression to earn grand prizes, which is a temporal hack kit module. Cryptic has added the ability to purchase reroll and pass tokens with the lithium. Both will be purchased at 2,500 lithium apiece. Fleet Action Report will feature the current event during tonight's episode at 11 p.m. Eastern. Fleet is almost a Tier 4 colony. It's counting down and nearing done. If you're in the SDO group, head over there to give them a hand.
And over in Guild Wars 2 news, Living World Season 4, Episode 1 is free this week. Next week will be Episode 2. Then after that, Episode 3. Until after that, Episode 4 until they're done.
Exactly.
Yeah, kind of just follows a pattern.
Yeah.
Next beta weekend is September 21st. They already teased an image for the next Elite Spec. Maybe Greatsword Revenant, but could be anything. Festival of the Four Winds starts on Tuesday. Usually fun stuff to do there. Also, the DirectX 11 beta is September 21st, along with the new World vs. World system of alliances. That DirectX 11 beta should make things interesting.
Yeah. I'm still shocked that it's not running DirectX 11.
Yeah, imagine when they have the extra tools. Oof.
Yep.
Over still in the middle of the Seasons of Dragons meta event, which is why the Living World seasons are free. After we finish this week, if you have been keeping up with the bonus events, you will get a 32-slot bag, which is pretty hefty.
Yep.
Nice.
And in Lord of the Rings Online, Saturday Night Lotro now typically includes Meilung streaming. Catch the links in Discord when the events go live. On Wednesday, Myers of Moria opens up on the Shadowfax server. In the next couple of weeks, the new upcoming Brawler class will be testable on Bullroar. Labor Day weekend will bring us a VIP event. And
awesome.
With that news out of the way, let's find out what we've been up to.
Yes.
And we're going to start with upper left square, McCullough.
Oh, wow. Lots of dice rolling. Not as much dice rolling as I'd like to be, because that's just how my life is. Because technically I'd probably like to play doing a different game every night, kind of like college. We switch gears in Call of Cthulhu. Because at the end of, once we finally reached World War II, our DM, Keeper, as it's called, Call of Cthulhu, said, "Hey, that was fun. Now we're going to see a different part of the story." And we all rolled new characters. So I went from my fabulous femme fatale to a doctor. Real big change.
Yep.
Because somebody always has to play the medic, and half the time it's me, and half the time it's my buddy James, and we almost always split this, or sometimes it's both of us. So he wanted to play a pilot this time, so I rolled the medic. And we are kind of seeing what we were doing in the prior story is we were hunting down these discs. That basically they're Atlantean in nature. We think maybe, not really. But we have one in our possession. We're on our way to another one, but most likely with some not so savory people. But we've now found out that there are 2 more. And that is what these other characters, they're trying to find the information on those. So eventually I think we might link up to the groups. We'll see. But it's interesting. It's a very different because I forget how really difficult that game is when you're a new investigator.
Yep.
Real difficult. And I'm now sensing a pattern, which is on session 2 of any given Call of Cthulhu campaign, I almost die.
Yep.
Luckily, I was able to play Cleric Heal Thyself and patched myself up, so I am no longer critical. But yeah, it's a bit rough. It's a bit rough. That's what's going on there. Just our Star Wars game's getting real interesting. And it was a kind of a very fun parallel with Bad Batch. Because we watch Bad Batch on Sunday evenings. And we play on, usually Star Wars is usually on Saturdays, except for last week, or today, which was Sunday. We got done with game about an hour before showtime. So a few weeks ago, we're playing, and we're dealing with a former Imperial medical facility that is underwater. And we're seeing these really terrifying sea creatures staring at us. And we're finding some pretty horrible stuff dealing with cloning and metal experiments.
It's not good.
And I realized, but then when we watch Bad Batch, it's echoing almost the exact story points.
Wow.
So I message our group like, "Hey, Michael, I'm seeing some similarities." Like, yeah, and by the way, I didn't watch Bad Batch until after we got done with our session yesterday. So yeah, my character has now found out that not only is she knew she's Imperial, or she was raised Imperial, even though she was a defector. Nice Imperial family. Dad's a starship captain. All 3 brothers in the military. Mom's a doctor. Now, come to find out, Mom was involved in the Imperial experiment and experimenting on children to give them the Force. But of course, we don't call it the Force. We call it MC count.
Yeah.
And then my character finds out she was a control. It's like, what happens if you try to boost someone's MC count, but you're not torturing them? So yeah, good times. And now my character is pretty much has finally now this week realized, what she's experienced is the Force.
Yup.
And we have 2 distinctive factions. We actually have a Sith, the last of the Sith race on the good side.
Interesting.
Yeah, she's helping a faction with the New Republic train young people. Teaching them meditation, do it, yeah. And she warned my character against the dark side, which was really quite fun. So that's what's going on there. Let's see. Our descent into Envernas. We had a battle with a paladin who had a cursed helm on his head, and unfortunately, we messed up that ritual to get it off his head.
Oops.
Just take his head off, and then you can get it off easier.
That's what. Yeah, that's what someone wanted to do. So he is no longer battling with the demons inside the helm. He's now possessed by one.
Oh, so he went from a death knight to a demon hunter. Got it. Okay.
He went from a paladin to a demon hunter.
Yes, I know. I was
Yeah.
loud terms.
I know. Well, that's paladins and WoW. Paladin, pardon me. Sorry.
Wrong campaign. Anyway.
Wrong campaign, anti-paladin.
Yes.
Anyway. So now we're pursuing him across a hellscape.
Of course you are.
Of course we are. We just had a run-in. We're actually being helped by a hag. Right? And her flesh golem. And her fort, which is filled with red caps and all kinds of lovely creatures.
This doesn't sound good for
I
anyone.
know it doesn't, but here's the thing. We just got basically tanks made of bone and infernal machines. So now we're going into Mad Max.
Nice.
So excited.
Mad
so
Max
excited.
through hell. Anyway.
Yep, Mad Max on our way through hell. So that's what I'm doing with Dice. Dice because that character's name is Dice. Let's see. Other than that, we kind of busy with some stuff with Tet's mom.
Yep.
Getting her settled because she'd actually moved into her new apartment.
Yep.
And when you've lived in a house for almost 60 years, there's a lot of stuff to go through.
Yep.
Yup. I got older. Don't suggest that.
Oh,
It
depends.
was funny. Yeah, the dinner was good.
Bit
The rigor
different.
mortis isn't fun. And Tet got me this beautiful wormwood. So there's a company called Wormwood, and they make really amazing dice trays, dice towers,
Dice vaults.
dice vaults, beautiful stuff. So Tet got me a combined dice vault / dice tray. And it's beautiful. It's cherry wood. It's padded. It holds 3 sets of dice. It clicks into the dice tray. You can get a dice tower that can attach to it.
Yep.
It's beautiful. And then this amazing pair of Mind Flayer dice that are just gorgeous. So that was nice. And I got a Rosie the Riveter bear and a Loth cat because, yeah, I'm turning 49, but I'm still a child.
Right. Aren't we all?
Aren't we all? And then I took my mom to San Diego. Escaped with my mom. I did the driving. She did the kvetching. So I think, is that about it?
I think
A lot
so.
of work. A lot of
Sounds like
work.
funny.
And cinnamon rolls. And you made
Oh, cinnamon rolls. Yes. Because we made cinnamon rolls were Tet's dad's favorite thing. So for the move, we made his mom a tray of cinnamon rolls,
Which she's still going through.
which she's still going through.
Yep.
But they're delicious.
They are. All right. Mew, what have you been up to?
A little bit this, a little bit that. How about you? No.
No playing of anything.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's been a bit of sort of the I wouldn't really call it maintenance mode for Final Fantasy 14. Just kind of like doing whatever feels like fun at the time. There's not really much raiding going on. There's not any new story at the moment, but there's been plenty of events, and that's been keeping us busy. I've been dragging people into the guild, so that's I might be partly responsible for some of the numbers coming in.
Good.
And yeah, just kind of enjoying, seeing the game through some new people's eyes. That's always fun to do. And then, in my off game right now is Genshin Impact. So I've been playing a lot of that. They had that new 2.0 expansion, I guess, or whatever you want to call it,
Yep.
with the new area in Inazuma. So that's been a lot of fun running around there and exploring that. It's kind of their version of Japan. So it's lots of really interesting visuals and music and whatnot. And yeah, I mean that's been pretty much it game wise. I'm looking forward to the Cyberpunk has actually gotten a 1.3 update. Mixed reviews on that, but they apparently fixed a lot, and of course there's still a lot of really funny bugs.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been pretty amusing, but there's promise there. Like the stuff they put in, you can tell that they're gearing up for something. Hopefully. So we're hoping to see some good DLC because they gave us some free DLC, which was just like some little like a car, and one of the story characters, they gave him an alternate look, which was kind of interesting. Just little tweaks here and there, so nothing big, but you can kind of tell they've been busy trying to fix some of the core issues.
Awesome.
So, and mucking about with streaming.
Didn't Fallout 76 do something new?
They had new seasons and whatnot, but
okay.
nothing super noteworthy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that's pretty much been it, is just going between Final Fantasy and Genshin. So it's been pretty quiet that wise. I've been doing a lot of stuff at work, which has kind of gotten my attention. That's probably why I'm not going deep into it.
Yeah.
We it's actually kind of funny. We have a project called Winter is Coming.
Funny.
Because we're trying to get a lot of our stuff into the cloud. So it's trying to make it to where we're even more resilient than we already are.
Right.
Awesome.
So that's gotten our attention quite a bit. But yeah, it's work and a little bit of gaming, and juggling a kiddo that's started actual school, which is
I know.
It's great and awful at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and we were just out back with him a bit ago, playing in the mud and running amok on the pirate ship.
Awesome.
That's what it
I
does.
love the fact that you actually do have a pirate ship.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want a pirate ship?
Right.
Right? I want to
Exactly.
come to your house to take pictures with that pirate ship.
Yeah, yeah. I was actually looking at the front. I was like, we need to do some kind of crazy looking mast. The name of the thing that's right in the front of the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, the maiden form.
Yeah, the Maidenhead. Yeah. We need to figure out something to do there, because it's kind of like a very bare bones just thing at front. It's like, we need to do something interesting on the front here. That's kind of cool. But and we got a new fridge. That's exciting.
Nice.
Yay, adulting.
Yay! Pretty much, yeah. So I'll probably I'll be social mediaing about that, because I got a really good deal on it. But in response, you have to brag about your fridge. So,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I'll
normal.
probably annoy some people with that. But
Annoying us, it's fine.
it's actually it's night and day. Funny, going from an old fridge, you don't realize how old your fridge is until you get a new one. You're like, holy cow, we were living with that. But,
Right.
Hey, the fridge from the 1970s still works. Come on. It's avocado green.
We have
It has
had
wire.
the same. We've
So
had
you
the
ha-
same
so you
fridge
have
since we
your
moved into
own-
the house.
you have your own personal ozone hole, then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Good Lord. No, we don't
We've
have it.
had the same fridge since we moved into the house.
Yeah.
I mean, if it works, it works. It's just we were
Yeah.
spoiled.
We had to drop.
We were spoiled by ours.
Yeah, we had to drop some money on the ice maker because it went out, and it's Arizona. You can't live without an ice maker. Got tired of ice cube trays. Like, okay.
Well,
not-
ours, the filter system wouldn't stay put anymore.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
Not
without the
good.
filter, it can't pump water through. It can't make ice. Can't
Yeah.
give you water. It just
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's fun adulting stuff for everyone at home. But
I know.
yeah, it's not so exciting over here. So let's see if it's more exciting over in Tetsemi's world.
Nope.
No.
Sorry.
It's almost like we've had a rough few weeks or something.
Well, that's why we've been gone so long. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So we got mom moved in. She moved in Monday. We did the second half of the furniture move in. So all the furniture is now in there. Like, I'd say 85% of the stuff is there. I've just got a couple rooms to tidy up and some closets to go through, one of which I'm not looking forward to. And then
no.
the outside, but that'll be when it's cooler. Because there's a utility room and a shed that we have to go through. Thankfully, the shed's organized, the utility room, not so much, but we'll figure that out. Gaming-wise, honestly, I have been so focused on dealing with mom and that sort of stuff that I have completely lost any spark for gaming. Like, I keep looking at games and going, that's interesting, and then I can't make the effort to play it. So I finally I did get my Dancer to 80, Dancer? Yes. So I have a Black Mage, a Dancer, and my Bard all at 80. So they're ready for Endwalker. I was starting to work on my Machinist because they share the armor with the Dancer and the Bard.
I will say you might get disappointed after playing Dancer and Bard.
I know.
Going to Machinist, you're like, oh, there's so much work in this class. Oh, what is this? Oh, you have to do that? Oh, no, wait.
Exactly.
Whereas,
But yeah, it's fun. So I've been working on that in Final Fantasy 14. That's just kind of like log in, and the only problem I forgot is the level 60 beast tribes are not anything to write home about, other than the fact that I haven't done them. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this zone. It was split in two, and it was a real pain in the butt to go through when we were questing through this zone. So I got that. I figured that out, and it was good because it kind of reminded me what happened in that zone with the beast tribe. So that was fun. And then I have to queue up for the duty roulette, and I'll get to 70, and then get back to the pixies and their very good dailies.
Yeah, they're succinct, 5 minutes done.
Exactly. And then I've been poking at Hades because I've been meaning to play the game. I just haven't found time, but I picked up, before everything happened, I picked up Xbox, nice blue, what is this? It's not the Pro controller, but it's a nice Xbox controller. It's Bluetooth and wireless and all that. I'm running it on USB-C right now. But that's definitely helped make the game a little bit easier. Can just sit here and play with the console. And other than that, confession, I have not logged into WoW in a month, at least since all the ABK stuff came out. I was already losing interest in mainly because of the systems and the story.
Yeah.
And then all that came out, and it just killed whatever interest I had for the games. And anyone that's still enjoying them, good on you. Please enjoy whatever games make you happy. That's important. I'm just hoping we'll have some positive news soon from the company. The teams themselves, the employees, are putting out lots of good stuff, like the 915 changes that they're making should have come in at 9.0. I mean, that's how the game should have operated at 9.0, but a little bit better late than never. I'm looking forward to the next expansion when all these borrowed power systems go away, because they've said they're not doing borrowed power systems next time. So I think that'll help. A lot of what I not dread, but don't look forward to when I log into WoW is, here's your list of chores.
Right.
And that's what it feels like. It's like, you got to get this reputation up. You've got to work on this faction. You've got to earn this currency to unlock this thing so you can buy this thing that helps over here to get this currency that'll help. And it's all interconnected. And if you have time and you're into how all that works, people are having a lot of fun with it. But it's a lot. You used to be able to log in 15 minutes, 30 minutes, accomplish something, and then feel like, okay, I've accomplished something. Now it's like I've moved the needle a little bit, and I have to move that needle like 60 more times to accomplish something. So
Right.
Sorry, I did not mean to devolve into a rant. It's just
It's okay.
no, I know.
These
So
things happen.
yeah, I'm a little bit frustrated with the state of WoW right now. Waiting for more content in Final Fantasy 14, like you, and I'm keeping track of what's going on in the Star Wars PTS. To be honest, I don't want to say checked out of the game, but I've stepped back from the game right now because I'm kind of waiting for the 7.0 stuff to solidify and see because it seems like right now the big push on 7.0 is all these revamped classes and stuff. Well, I've gone through the class story on all 8 classes to the end. So just the ability to play the class with a different combat style isn't that engaging to me. And if that, besides the story, is the big update for the 7.0 patch, I don't know that it'll draw me back in, but we'll have to see. So
Sure.
I think a lot of like what Ben has been doing is he's going through his Steam library and playing all the single player games that he had set aside because he was so involved in WoW. And I'm kind of doing the same thing of looking for interesting games where you can play for a little bit of time, feel like you accomplished something, and then get out. Even mobile games, like I took a look at the new Marvel. Is it Avengers? I forget what it is. There's a new Marvel mobile game that just launched, and you can play Storm and Doctor Strange and Captain America and a variety of characters. It's interesting, but I am not good at playing mobile with my eyes and everything. It's like
Right.
I need it on a bigger screen. So
Yeah.
but yeah, and I went through and patched all my, I'm like, oh, I should go through and patch my games. Sounds like Guild Wars 2. Oh, you need a new launcher. Nope, now you need another new launcher. Okay, now you can patch the game. Like, yeah, I need to be more better better about some of this stuff. So I did notice Mew, I don't know if you use the Wowhead client, but that got a completely new update. It's not in the Windows 95 little white and black text box anymore. They actually have a
Wowhead Client.
Yeah, the one that you can, when you play WoW, it will upload your
that
quests
thing,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
The thing
They
that
actually
they
did
farm the
a-
info from.
right. They actually did a UI overhaul, and it actually looks like a Windows 10 application now. I'm like, this
Just
is
in time for Windows 11.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I've been keeping busy in real life, so my gaming time is set aside. So hopefully we'll get some. Oh, and I rolled dice really badly.
Yes. Yeah, you did. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're trying. Like my rogue is a alchemist, and we were trying to make this concoction to get through the defenses on this building because it had some sort of weird gel or something that was covering the windows that you couldn't break through. And we also didn't want to break through because it was too noisy. So I'm like, I can come up with it. So it's like 15 minutes per attempt. And I rolled, even with advantage, I rolled badly. Like 2s and 3s. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
I know. I think
It
at
was-
one point it was a 1 and a 2. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was bad. So we were going to play tonight, but real life has stepped in the way again, which
Happens.
is fine. And shout out to Ro. I know work's been rough. I hope health-wise everything's good. And yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Just dabbling, keeping busy, very active on the Discord. So if I find funny stuff to post or, I like to post it into the Pixar
does.
Didn't Happen channel or game news as I find it. So, all right.
I was gonna ask, kind of poking at the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys thought? Have you seen the Marvel What If stuff?
Yes.
We need to watch last week's or this Wednesday.
We do too. Yeah, we've watched the first
Oh
two.
my gosh,
Yeah.
both of those have filled me with so much joy.
Yes.
The second one, I can't actually talk about without, especially with
it's
the
it's
first
such an-
anniversary of Chadwick Boseman's death this weekend. I cannot think about it. I'm about to tear up. It's so beautiful. It's so well done. It
Mhm.
was so amazing to see that character.
He sounded like he was having fun doing it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. And the first one. So I have a Disney bound of a rockabilly Captain America planned for next time I go to Disney.
Mhm.
There's a good chance that I'm gonna change my shirt into a Union Jack and do Captain Carter.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she was so happy
that
for
character was so good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love that the couple dynamic was still there.
Oh yeah.
I
Exactly.
love that.
Yep.
But yeah, we can't like gush about it without spoiling a bunch of stuff for those that haven't watched it. So go watch it, and then we can go talk about it later.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I really, really loved it.
Yeah, both really great. I'm looking forward to the third one, and like
Yeah.
this whole series just seems so interesting. And I have to wonder what. You've probably seen some of the trailers that are popping up. Like they've cracked this thing open.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
They
crazy.
can go all over the place with this, and it's
Right,
going to be so
right.
interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, also the new Spider-Man trailer, which I'm obviously ties directly in with this.
Hello,
my gosh.
Peter.
Tet screamed like a fracking fangirl, boys and girls. Because so my husband, he has 3 great loves in Marvel.
They're all
Yes.
doctors.
Yes, he loves Captain America, but his OG loves are Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom, and Doc Ock.
Yep.
So yeah, my beloved spouse screamed like such a yeah. It's about the equivalent of me seeing Sharon or me seeing, Peggy Carter on the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm very looking forward to Doc Ock versus Spider-Man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I loved what they did with in the Miles Morales Spider-Man, what they did with Liv. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Like I loved her
That's such a great
her version. So
Yes.
yeah, I just love that character. And Marvel, please do Doom correctly. You've been so abused.
yeah,
Yeah, and do my X-Men correctly, please.
Yeah.
yes.
And the
Yes.
Fantastic Four. Anyway.
Every
That
time.
was my entry in is the X-Men. Like,
Same.
yeah,
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, like my it was on the animated, and then like literally I watched the first episode of the animated television show. I went to game literally the Monday after because it was on a Saturday. I went to the comic book store on Sunday. I couldn't figure out anything because there was 10 zillion X teams. I had no idea what I wanted to read. I then Monday I get to game. I'm like, hey guys, and I know, I gamed with geeks. I game with comic book geeks. I'm like, hey guys, what's which team? And they broke it all down for me. They told me who was who and all of that. And then they're telling me, and then they got to Jean Grey. I'm like, well, I've heard you guys talk about Jean Grey. Isn't Jean Grey dead? Yeah. So
funny you should say that.
you should say that. I am handed the Dark Phoenix storyline to read during D&D.
Yep.
So that is, and this is the same people that made me watch or that put on Steel Magnolias and Beaches after we gamed all night. So my friends were not always the kindest to me and my emotions.
Nope.
So yeah, so like I enjoyed like the first 2 X-Men movies. I actually enjoyed First Class. But I need my X-Men done right.
Dark Phoenix had such potential. And
Oh my gosh, and they've done it multiple times. And they've messed it up multiple times. Like, this is the pivotal story. Sorry, guys, you're now hearing McCullough's X-Men rant. This is the pivotal story in the X-Men universe, and you screw it up twice?
Yeah.
Don't get her started on John Constantine.
That's a whole different... That's a whole different thing, and Matt Ryan redeems it all for me, so that's okay. Because I'm okay with Keanu playing Constantine, because, I love Keanu, but he should be English. Yep. Anyways, sorry. I'm so sorry for my rant, guys.
I had mine, you had yours, Mew had his. We're all good.
Yeah. So this is, if you want to, I have opinions.
Yes.
No one knew they were coming into our opinion show.
Yep.
Well, I saw there was even rumors that Disney was pondering buying Sony movies. Because they're like, they won't give us Spider-Man back, so we'll just buy the company.
Exactly. Yeah. Just buy the right joink.
Right.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Just get those back, please. Because if what I'm hearing is correct, that this is the last co-movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is.
So then they're off on their own.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I can live with that. Like,
No.
Yeah. No, it's too
They
good.
need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Disney should have known everything, but when the quality's that good,
Yeah.
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 oh, it makes my fangirl heart so happy.
Yeah. I mean, we got Book of Boba Fett coming in December.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You know?
And Ahsoka and Obi-Wan, which I'm actually excited about Hayden Christensen playing Vader again because, maybe he can do something with a script in front of him
Yeah.
and not being
actual
directed by
direction.
George Lucas.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And apparently one more season of Mandalorian.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yep. And we get a second season of Bad Batch. And
Yeah.
I'm living my I'm living my geek dreams. I'm
Yes.
loving it.
Exactly. All right. Well, before we go down another rat hole,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
is going to be our show for tonight. While the chat room, if you're still here, begins suggesting show titles, we want to thank them for joining us as always.
And listening to our audience.
All right. And while I'm branching away, if you have questions or comments on our show and you want to email us, the podcast is podcast@aie-guild.org. Follow us on Twitter. The show is at AIE Podcast. View is at The Mew Cow. I am at Cyberwave, and please feel free to DM me if you want to hear any more of my rants. And chat is at Ivory Tiger. We record live with video every other Sunday, approximately. We record live with video on random Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Join the chat room and play along with us at our website, aie-guild.org, podcast-live-stream, and our Discord server for chat is aie-guild.info/discord. For past episodes, you can see them on our YouTube channel. Look for the AIE Podcast on YouTube. Our theme, of course, was composed by the amazing Andrew Allen. Follow him at Keys with Soul or visit his website, andrewallenmusic.com.
And this is where we would put our segments if we had any. But if you have any for us, please send them. We have a nice spot for them right here. Display, spotlight, Just send them over. We'd love to have them and tack them on the end. As they said in art, they loved when they could get the segments on the end of their stuff. They felt like it was more of a cohesive podcast when they had a little of extra, little of everything in there.
Yeah.
So, help us. Send us some stuff.
Yep.
Love to have you.
All right. And next time, we will be talking to at least Abo and Duras, if not more, about Final Fantasy XIV. So until then, AIE, this is Tetsemi.
This is Makala.
This is Mewcow, and How Do We Podcast?
And this has been the AIE Podcast.
I don't know. I think Sorry About My Rent is also
Yes.
Hey guys, we have opinions.
We've been off by ourselves with our opinions in our own heads for weeks.
Yes, we needed to get them out.
Yeah. I have no idea how that just.
Oh, we know how it happened. There just wasn't
Yeah.
a red wine or Jose involved.
I poked it with Marvel. I said,
Yeah.
I
Marvel.
know, right?
Yeah.
It was many years of frustration about X-Men not being in the MCU. Literally,
Yeah.
after the first Iron Man movie, I'm like, what could they do with X-Men? Please, what could they do with the X-Men?
Oh, and the
Yep.
Eternals looks good.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. So,
We'll finally
Alright.
get the info on that giant floating head.
exactly. All right. Thank you, chat room. Any
Yes.
more show titles? If not, going in 3, 2. All right. Thank you, chat
Okay.
room.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
chat room.